Great. Why? What have you heard?
Blake Lively has found herself at the center of an $80 million legal storm, but this time, it's not because of her latest red carpet look or box office success. Instead, she's battling it out with Saturday Night Live after an on-air moment that left her humiliated in front of millions. How did a simple comedy sketch turn into a full-blown legal battle with one of TV's most powerful institutions? And what does this reveal about the lengths celebrities will go to protect their carefully curated public image? This is more than a lawsuit. It's a war over power, privacy, and perception. At the heart of this controversy is a sequence of shocking events involving Blake, her husband Ryan Reynolds, and a live TV moment that completely shifted their public image. Fans watched as Hollywood's golden couple, once untouchable, found themselves in the middle of a media firestorm, all because of a remark that hit too close to home. Just when it seemed like the dust might settle, a new bombshell from Ryan reignited the chaos, plunging them into a full-on PR nightmare. It all began with an SNL segment that seemed harmless enough, but what followed wasn't so innocent. Colin Jost, known for his quick wit, casually dropped a remark that struck deeper than anyone could have expected. The moment instantly went viral. Blake and Ryan had already been dealing with behind-the-scenes legal drama, rumored to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and now, their private lives were exposed for the whole world to see. Social media exploded. Was this an inside joke? An intentional ambush? Or just an unfortunate slip-up? Whatever it was, one thing was clear. This was no ordinary celebrity roast. The situation was tense to begin with. Ryan Reynolds had made a bold choice to appear on SNL amid swirling tabloid rumors. Blake was dealing with rumors of a past relationship with actor Justin Baldoni, and speculation was rampant. Ryan thought his appearance would be light-hearted, a brief distraction from the drama. But when Colin just threw out the casual question, "Hey Ryan, how's it going?" Ryan's attempt at humor fell flat, hinting at something much larger bubbling beneath the surface. Then came the real bombshell. Colin, with his trademark smirk, delivered a punchline that took things to a whole new level. His remark wasn't just a jab at Justin Baldoni's supposed eagerness to collaborate with Blake again. It was a politically charged dig that landed with force. The audience immediately picked up on the hidden meaning, and the fallout was swift. The moment was dissected by fans, news outlets, and social media in real time. Was this a joke gone wrong, or something far more calculated? To make matters even more complicated, it turned out that Blake and Ryan had just attended an SNL anniversary special where Colin Jost's wife is Scarlett Johansson, one of Ryan Reynolds' most infamous exes. The layers of drama kept piling up, turning what was supposed to be a light-hearted moment into an all-out Hollywood spectacle. Now, Blake, once Hollywood sweetheart, is
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are all smiles amid their ongoing legal battle. On Sunday night, the couple attended the SNL 50th anniversary special in New York City.
the center of a media frenzy. What was intended to be just another Saturday Night Live sketch has spiraled into one of the most talked-about celebrity legal battles in recent memory. For Blake, this isn't just about defending her image. It's about justice, and millions of dollars are on the line. The media has devoured this scandal, and Blake Lively's carefully cultivated public persona is under fire. What started as a joke has become a public relations disaster that she never saw coming. And with every passing day, the drama continues to unfold. Blake Lively's reputation took a major hit after a seemingly innocent moment went viral, sparking an avalanche of negative headlines and fierce public scrutiny. The backlash was swift and brutal, with questions flooding in about her authenticity and past behavior. Old rumors about her behind-the-scenes conduct resurfaced, and the once glamorous image of Hollywood's sweetheart began to crack. Even the idea that Justin Baldoni, who had a complicated past with Blake, would want to work with her again became the subject of countless jokes. Social media exploded with theories, memes, and heated debates. Within just 24 hours, the clip had been viewed or shared 3.5 million times, triggering a viral storm that nobody could have predicted. The impact was immediate. What started as a joke on SNL quickly spiraled into a public crisis. Fans began to scrutinize Blake's every move, rewatching old interviews and questioning whether the praise she received from fellow A-listers was ever genuine. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get worse, Ryan Reynolds, instead of supporting his wife, unintentionally added fuel to the fire. His ill-timed jokes and lack of public defense made things worse, leaving fans wondering whether he was helping or hindering the situation. Blake, realizing the gravity of the situation, knew she had to act fast. What happened next shocked everyone. Blake brought in Nick Shapiro, a crisis management expert with ties to high-level intelligence operations. This wasn't just any PR person. This was someone with a background in strategic media warfare, signaling that
There's always friction that happens when you make a movie like this.
This ends with me. I'm done. I'm tired.
Blake wasn't just dealing with a bad press moment, but fighting for her reputation. The move raised eyebrows and caused a stir, as celebrities rarely hire experts with such an intense and controversial background. The decision sent a clear message. Blake was either desperate or involved in a battle much bigger than anyone realized. But her actions didn't go unnoticed. Critics quickly pointed out the hypocrisy in Blake's strategy. After all, she had publicly condemned others, including Justin Baldoni, for using aggressive PR tactics to control their public image. Yet here she was, deploying one of the most powerful PR moves in Hollywood. Suddenly, her lawsuit wasn't just about a single joke. It seemed like a carefully orchestrated campaign to rewrite the narrative in her favor. Headlines began to flood in. Huge win for Blake. Judge backs Blake's strategy. But as the media buzzed with praise, skeptics dug deeper, revealing that some of Blake's courtroom demands had been scaled back or outright rejected. The headlines were filled with victory, but the legal documents told a different story. Instead of quelling the firestorm, Blake's PR strategy seemed to only stir up more suspicion. And just when the scandal seemed to hit its peak, another controversy emerged, this time targeting Ryan Reynolds. A resurfaced clip showed him telling a story about accidentally staring at a woman breastfeeding in public. In any other context, it might have been dismissed as an awkward joke, but it came at the worst possible time. It directly contradicted a key claim in Blake's lawsuit, where she had accused another man of making inappropriate eye contact with her while nursing. Critics immediately pointed out the contradiction. How could Blake call a fleeting glance inappropriate, while Ryan's admission of staring at a breastfeeding woman was just a joke? The internet erupted. The backlash was swift and harsh. Supporters began to question the couple's motives. Was Blake truly fighting for justice, or was she just trying to control the narrative? What was once a united front now seemed fractured.
Less than 12 hours after Justin filed, Blake's legal team doubled down, calling the bombshell $400 million lawsuit another chapter in the abuser playbook.
And the public began to see them as hypocrites, applying one set of rules for themselves and another for everyone else. As the controversy deepened, the fallout in Hollywood was unmistakable. Instead of rallying behind Blake, fellow A-listers appeared hesitant and distant. When asked about supporting her, a co-star from her upcoming film paused before saying, "It's complicated." Another high-profile colleague barely managed a sentence of generic praise, likely more to avoid bad press than out of genuine support. It became clear, Blake was now a liability in Hollywood. The tide had turned, and in the world of entertainment, when the public turns on you, it happens fast. Blake Lively's legal battle took a dramatic turn as it spiraled into a media frenzy that threatened to drag down not just her career, but her entire Hollywood image. The backlash against her was swift and severe. Once a darling of the industry, Blake found herself at the center of scrutiny, with fans and commentators questioning everything, from her authenticity to her past behavior. What began as a single moment of controversy quickly turned into an all-out PR disaster. Ryan Reynolds, known for his quick wit and sarcastic charm, leaned into humor as he always had. But this time, instead of diffusing the situation, his jokes seemed tone-deaf. His sarcastic remarks, which once made him beloved by fans, suddenly felt out of place, especially with the stakes so high. The fact that this entire legal debacle was tied to Colin Jost, Scarlett Johansson's husband and Ryan's former ex, only fueled the speculation. Was Jost taking a personal shot at Ryan? Fans couldn't stop debating, but one thing was clear. Ryan's comedic persona wasn't the escape it once was. Meanwhile, Blake wasn't backing down. Instead of letting the controversy die down, she doubled down, pushing an aggressive PR strategy that only seemed to backfire. Headlines trumpeted her massive court victory, but those who dug deeper into the legal filings found the reality to be far more complicated. Several of Blake's requests had been denied, and some judges even indicated that parts of her case were too far-reaching. Yet, her PR machine kept pushing the narrative of a win, which only raised more questions. If her case was as strong as she claimed, why did she need to spin every minor development into a victory? The stakes grew even higher when Blake's legal team filed an amended complaint, now alleging that 2 other actresses from the set were prepared to testify on her behalf. To some, it seemed like a calculated move to change the narrative, turning the fight from a personal one into a much broader spectacle. But the real gut punch came when Blake's longtime sponsors, major lifestyle and luxury brands that had once championed her wholesome image, began to distance themselves. These were the companies that had built campaigns around Blake's relatability and down-to-earth persona. Suddenly, Executives who had praised her warmth and class were issuing cautious statements, saying they were assessing the situation. In Hollywood, this kind of hesitation is often a telltale sign that a star's reputation is becoming too risky to publicly support. As for Ryan, his sharp wit and easygoing public image, once his biggest asset, now seemed like a deflection. The very persona that made him a favorite among fans was now being seen as a shield.
The Blake Lively-Justin Baldoni legal battle took a turn Tuesday night when Lively filed an amended complaint alleging that two other actresses on the set of the film are prepared to testify
to avoid serious allegations. And it didn't help that fans began to re-examine interviews from the past where Blake and Ryan had preached about trust, family values, and authenticity. Their carefully crafted image as a perfect Hollywood couple was starting to unravel. The contradiction that really struck a nerve was the breastfeeding scandal. Blake had accused a man of inappropriate behavior for a fleeting glance while she was nursing, but now here was Ryan, joking about staring at a woman breastfeeding. Fans couldn't ignore the double standard. How could Blake argue in court that a brief glance was traumatic, while Ryan's confession of staring was brushed off as a harmless joke? The public debate had officially moved beyond just a lawsuit. It had become a full-scale examination of how Hollywood constructs, protects, and ultimately dismantles its stars. The comparisons to other celebrity legal battles were inevitable. From defamation trials to high-profile harassment cases, it was clear that when celebrities fight, it's never just about the courtroom. It's about controlling the narrative. But as legal experts pointed out, no amount of PR could change one critical truth. The outcome of the case would ultimately be determined by the facts. And that brings us to the million-dollar question. Where does this all end? Blake Lively's lawsuit, which began as a personal battle, has morphed into something much bigger. It's become a PR war, a Hollywood power struggle, and a stark reminder that when A-listers clash, the fallout is unforgiving. The industry is watching closely, brands are hesitating, and the public is questioning everything they once thought they knew about this once untouchable power couple. At this point, the legal outcome might not even matter. The real damage is happening in real time, as the court of public opinion dissects every contradiction, every strategic move, and every attempt to control the narrative. Will Blake and Ryan be able to salvage their reputation, or has this scandal reached the point of no return? What do you think? Will Blake's case hold up in court, or is Hollywood's PR machine pulling the strings behind the scenes? Is the public being manipulated, or is this just another celebrity scandal being blown out of proportion? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this breakdown interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next deep dive into Hollywood's biggest controversies. Until next time, stay curious and stay skeptical.